Good, Openmind Network back with another video. What this is, episode, I think 16, 15. It's one of those. Been a minute. It's been a minute. And I had to make this podcast. This is, if you've been living under a rock lately, I'm pretty sure if you've been on social media, you've been seeing this whole Kanye, controversy with the semantic, however you want to say it. We gonna get it. Let's get straight into this now. So he went on Drink Champs yesterday, I think, or a couple days ago, and it got uploaded. And before then, he was talking about apparently some anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish, and he spoke on the George Floyd and situation, and even things before that. Like, yeah, Kanye been going off lately, basically. So let's first things first. Everybody can't get past the video where he's talking about George Floyd and the fentanyl situation. I'm not speaking on that. Have your opinion with that, whatever. But people can't seem to get past that. It's like as soon as they see that clip and it's slightly out of context, and Kanye has a history of having the wrong delivery with a lot of things. So this is nothing new from Kanye. And I just want to get into like the real serious, like let's really think about it for even with the White Lives Matter thing, right? So he posted a picture of the whole White Lives Matter thing. We get it, even had me thinking like, oh, whoa, but I really thought about it. Like, he wore a White Lives Matter shirt. He obviously knows, like, the whole Black Lives Matter situation, the plight, everything, right? He obviously knows that. We gonna get that straight off the table, right? Now, everything he had intended for that, the reaction, it happened exactly how he wanted it. He got the exact reaction how everybody was supposed to act. The black community, they were trying to cancel him. They can't defend him anymore. They were saying all type of stuff basically, and I believe what Kanye was really just trying to say is like that doesn't even. It's similar to the Trump situation. It's like the same thing, part two. Like, stop sticking to these boxes, these labels, and it's very crazy because recently I've just been getting deep into the individualism of not, like, just breaking out of a box, not putting yourself in a box of I'm black, I'm this, I'm a part of this is how we supposed to act. And the only way we're gonna move forward is if we all individually come into our own, you know what I mean? So he's talking about, basically, I think what he's trying to get to is just to become your own individual, basically. Like, who cares? White lives matter. We know that everybody lives matter. We know that. We just get out of that box. Nobody can get past that or the George Floyd situation, that whole situation. So if you read past that, right, and you actually watch the interview, he actually says a lot of real things, and he's talking about a lot of situations. Like, I'm gonna be jumping all over the place. Like, for example, he's talking about how the Apple Music charts. You look at the Apple Music charts, and if you're watching this video, I'm gonna show it here for y'all. If you're watching the video, Apple Music, you look at the top 5 people on Apple Music. What are you gonna see? What are you gonna see? And what are they talking about? What is that exactly? Like, what is exactly going on? The things you see on Apple Music, Lil Baby, Young Boy, and the content, not even just the artists, just the content of what they're talking about, is blowing up the charts. It's actually really crazy. Like, it's really crazy. I can't show y'all the video if y'all watching, but he goes on to talk about so many other things on this interview, and I also want to mention, like, for once, I find it very funny how when he's supposedly going to get talking about Jewish or the Jewish community, anti-Semitic, like, when did it become such a problem? I'm noticing, like, it's like the media portraying it as if he killed someone or something. I saw, like, his banks dropping him, he's lost stadiums. Like, people are saying the question with freedom of speech, there is no freedom of speech. And, there's a counteract to that, because if you're on a platform like YouTube, you don't own it anyway. So You can't even do it. But if you really think about it, I think that's what he's trying to get to. Like, he's literally getting canceled by these private companies just by saying things he don't like that people say all the time. People talk about killing people. People talk about robbing your mama, killing, cheating on everybody, and nobody cancels him. Joe Rogan literally said nigga, has a compilation video of saying nigga multiple times on the internet. Nobody's canceled him. He's still on Spotify. He still has what, millions of, he's the biggest podcaster in the world. Nobody's canceled him. And that just blows my mind. As soon as Kanye speaks against Jewish people, all of a sudden he's this big bad guy, and we gotta can't. I'm just saying, I'm not advocating for Kanye. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying, look at it for what it is. Just because he's Kanye and he's the richest black man in the world, like, just think about this. Just think about this for a second. Like, it's actually very, very wild. And another theme that I've just been seeing this year specifically, like, have y'all noticed that, if you look at the charts of things that have been happening, I've seen the trend lately that's been going on with black men in the community. Will Smith, uh, we've lost, artists, PNB Rock, JD Young, rest in peace. Just I've noticed the trend of a lot of black men are just being put into the forefront of the media as bashing, and it's just a lot of failures. I was in the gym the other day, and the news, I hate that they put, I don't know whose idea it was to post news in the gym. I don't know who did this, but all, like, 90% of the stuff they showed were black on black crime. Boy goes missing, black kid goes missing, black on black. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing but black trauma on the news, and it's like, how could y'all how are we just letting this happen? How is everybody just willy nilly just going about? And then it goes so much deeper, because the music that we listen to, the music that, it's not even that we listen to, the music that we glorify, the lifestyle, it's at the top of the forefront of the charts. It's killing the Apple charts. It's literally killing Apple right now. Like, Apple is literally dominate. We're dominating. That's dominating the music industry, and it's at the forefront. It's some other bits and clips of the Ye situation. I don't think I can play it, but I'm gonna play some. Why everybody calling him anti-Jewish? He literally said, if y'all watch the whole interview, he's like, we're all Jews. He's not necessarily saying he hates the Jews. He even admitted that, that he's jealous of them, and the fact, every community you look around, we've said this on the podcast before, if you look around, every community has their thing. And I've witnessed this for myself, like, in person. I've been to a Jewish community in the job that I work at, and I've seen, like, yes, they literally have their own blocks, communities. They have like, you know what I'm saying? And even the Hispanics, I'm not trying to make this a whole race thing, and it's like, we don't want to make this a race thing, but it's like everything else, if it's just thrown in our face with it all the time. We got to move on from that. And I like how Kanye, he's basically explaining, like, he's his own person. So what? Who says I'm supposed to act like this? The only way we as a community gonna move forward is if we all come into our own, instead of trying to be like a nigga. You see what I'm saying? But here's a little clip from the video.
Because you said on an anti-Semite vibe, meaning that's what they're saying that you are on.
They're saying that because
you're not saying you're not anti-Semite.
But they said we a nigga and we started to believe it. They said we crazy. They said I'm crazy, started to believe it. So whatever you want to call me, I'm going to embrace that and keep moving. I'm going to just be like a snowball. When a snowball's going down a hill, it don't say, I can't accept this tree. I can't accept this snow. I can't accept this dirt. I'm going to take the tree, the snow, the dirt, and just get bigger till I roll over your ass.
People try to cancel him with the MAGA. Like, he's been beaten down every time. Like, once again, I'm not trying to sound like I'm advocating for him. All I'm saying is, he's literally attacking the system within itself, exposing. He said so much in this 3 hours. I'm not going to be able to cover everything, but he's literally exposing the people who are real supremacists. The Jewish, the people who really know what's going on with the community. Why do you think they're so mad that he's attacking Jewish people? Why? But black people get killed every day. We kill ourselves all the time. Nobody cares. We It's so crazy. Like when you really sit down here and think about this, like why? Like I've seen people say crazier things, done crazier things, and nothing ever, not a peep of it has been put out into the media. Not nobody has said anything about it. Nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody. Like, are y'all for real? Like, are y'all really serious? This man. And then here's another clip I saw. Some guy. I'm gonna play it right quick.
The fact that Jews think they got that much damn gravitas to where I need to be reprogrammed and sit down with one of they motherfucking rabbis? Fuck you and your rabbi. I gotta sit down and have this nigga I've never met program me bullshit. I don't know you. And then we sit down like kids listening to this motherfucking lox and bagel eating ass nigga tell us about his religion. And I'm supposed to just, oh, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right. It's her, boss. It's her, boss. I'm sorry, boss. Sorry, I said something, boss. Sorry, I didn't really say anything, but
It's like we gotta break free from this type of thinking. We gotta think for ourselves instead of having people think for us all the time. Like we're individuals. We're not. I mean, we're a race, but we're the one race, humans. At the end of the day, we need to stop confining black people, especially. We just want to be stuck in this box so much. Break free and start thinking for once. Just think.
got too close. Sorry, boss. Sorry, boss. You want to talk about white people? Jews want to talk about what white people can do. White people don't have your black ass sitting down begging. Y'all don't hear me? When's the last time a white person had your black ass somewhere begging and asking for forgiveness? When the last time your ass had to learn something about Christopher Columbus? Had to learn something about Queen Elizabeth? When the last time your black ass had to learn something about Andrew Jackson? When the last time your black ass...
Oh, my bad, y'all.
You had to be forced to sit down by some white man to listen about his ass and his damn Christianity and his damn Catholicism. When the last time a white man was able to punk your black ass like that because you said something about them, because you called them an animal, because you called them the devil, because you called them anything. You want to sit up there and have Jews tell you about how bad black people, white people are, but they the ones that got your ass crying and begging and shit. Who's your real master, black folks? Who your real master? You got Jews telling you how bad whites are. But whites don't have as much power as Jews.
And why are Jews so mad? The question he's about to go on. Why are Jews even so mad that he said it? I mean, just think about it. Why is being? I'm not even saying he's being anti-Semitic or whatever. But why are but when did that become such a bad thing to be anti-Semitic? Instead of being racist, instead of being prejudiced, instead, like, when did that become the forefront? Think about it. Just, it's a reason. The media, oh my God. And it's just like, it just goes back to just being a free thinker. Free your mind up for a second, because nobody, literally, you go on Twitter right now, nobody is getting past the whole George Floyd, the whole, that whole spill, and even the White Lives Matter. Like, nobody's thinking past that. Think for yourself. I don't know how much I gotta emphasize this. As an individual, you have to come into your own. He was saying so much. He was exposing Trump, Biden. I didn't even think about Biden got money in Ukraine and how wars and all that. Once again, his delivery be so off sometimes, a lot, but I feel like he's saying a lot of things that we all say that are either too afraid to say. And it's a lot more people that's not Kanye like him. Like people like Charleston White, people like Daylight. Shout out Daylight. It's a lot of people that say that nobody, Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Drake, the biggest stars aren't saying the things that Kanye is saying. They're too scared for whatever reason. And it's been like this for years. Why isn't Drake? I was thinking about this. Like, why hasn't the biggest rappers just came together in one and just did their own thing? Black rappers, black artists. And I even know, they was talking about Killer Mark getting our own banks. We don't even have our own banks, bro. So I saw J.P. Morgan, banks treating him just because he said something. Artists will literally say, I killed this nigga, kill that nigga, and then smoke him up like an op pack. and then we just bumping in the whip with it. You see what I'm saying? But as soon as Kanye starts saying he's anti-Semitic, or that Jewish people he's jealous of Jewish people because they know how to handle money and black people don't. All of a sudden we got canceled. He's going too far. He's being too sent, bro. I don't even think y'all was like this with Trump. I mean, I think y'all was, but I mean, he won the presidency, so I mean, this is just a very crazy time. This is just the aspect with Ye. People even saying the media is still even calling him Kanye West, and he officially changed his name. Me personally, I know what that's like. If you don't know me personally, I got my name changed, and you know, some people still call me by my old name, and that's disrespectful. Like, why is the media calling him like Kanye West like he's a character? His name, he literally changed it. It's literally legally not even his name anymore. So cancel culture or whatever, it's been a thing, but I feel like Kanye, he is a billionaire, multi-billionaire, so I don't know if they gonna really be able to cancel him like that. But outside of, the whole Ye rant, like, yeah, this year has been very revealing for a lot of things. Even me personally, um, I've been getting real, trying to educate myself on capitalism and everything, and even, I used to be real anti-capitalism at one point, but I really recently learned, like, anti-capitalism does kind of, it works with the reward system of humans. You work hard, you should be able to, get the results, or you get what you work for, that type of vibe. And with the anti-capitalist people, that's more to socialist or communist type of values, ideologies. And there's this guy I've been listening to, Jordan Peterson, and he's been blowing my mind up, like just expanding it even more. He's like, you open one door and think you in a room, and then you somehow you find a key to another even bigger room. So it's just like that. When my mentality is like, you know, all these ideologies really put us into a box a lot of the times, like a boxes of thinking. Like why can't you just think multiple ways, or just think for yourself, think different ways? It's not just one thing or one way of thinking. It's multiple ways you can look at it, angles. So like, I could say, anti-capitalism, we shouldn't have to slave for our money, but I like, the rewarding feeling of working hard for something you get is just something natural. If with communist values of, let's say, for example, we work in the same job. I'm a truck driver and this person works at McDonald's. We shouldn't get this paid the same amount. That if you have a more dangerous job, or more, you should get paid more. You know what I'm saying? If you have to work harder in your job, you should get paid more. That's just how it should work. The only problem with capitalism I don't like is the poverty aspect. Like, I feel like certain necessities should be communist. Like we should all be able to have food, water, and shelter. Anything outside of that, we should be able to work our butt offs to get whatever that thing may be. Any type of materialistic or just some other higher thing. You know what I mean? That's my thing with it. And just really, like lately, I've just been, tapping into just, even in a sense, leaving spirituality, and in a way, not even leaving it, but more so breaking outside of that box of just, that's who I am. I'm a lot of things, and I'm an individual, and I try to think for myself. And this society and this world would do a lot to just box us into a way of thinking. Like, I gotta be, I'm black, I'm proud. Of course, I'm black, I'm gonna embrace who I am. But at the same time, I'm my own person, and I think for myself. I'm not locked into these things that we're supposed to do. At the end of the day, like I said, it's just breaking out of these ideologies and just really having instead of an open mind, a free mind. And yeah, I think it's like a 20-minute rant. It's just real quick. It's so much I kind of want to cover. I wish I would have did some notes, but I just had to get this video off. Episode 16 of this Ye rant. Once again, not advocating for everything he says, as if I wouldn't advocate for anybody else everything they says. It's like one person, sometimes people do one thing bad, or just something that they don't agree with, and they just disregard all the good that they do. Like, I remember it was a thing going around with the Tupac situation. It was the Tupac they was exposing him and everything, and it's like it was around the whole spiritual 2020 thing, and it was like once the Tupac thing happened, people would call him fraud, but it's like they disregard the amount of positive messages he sent in the songs that he still put out there. Like the amount of energy, the positive energy that he put out there, it's like y'all disregard that by one thing or one thing as if we're all perfect. It's like cancel culture or even social media and make you think you have to think a certain way, and just puts you back into a box of, oh, this is right and this is wrong, when in actuality none of us know what's right and wrong, but the source, the creator. We don't know necessarily this is what's supposed to be. We don't even know why we're here. We don't even know enough about ourselves, the human body, the brain. We don't know enough yet. So how could we judge or say this is wrong and this is right when we don't even know what that is? So it's another rabbit hole, but it's real wild to me how the world, and most of the majority of the world and people are just calling this man crazy, when I've heard crazier things from people down the street, from people I work with, from people. I can't really wrap my mind around this. Like, it's real crazy, bro. And, free your mind, open up your mind, and then free your mind. That's the next step, the next process. That's the process I'm trying to get to, just freeing my mind from all these ideologies and these things that we're supposed to do, these things that we're expected to do, and just freeing myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, appreciate y'all for listening, man. This is a crazy time. 2022. This has been a crazy decade so far. Economy's crashing, the world is just unfolding, and we're right before our eyes. So everybody, I hope y'all stay safe. I hope y'all free y'all minds, open up y'all minds, then continue to free your mind, and stay out of this box. So yeah, Isaiah of Open Mind Network, I'm out.